shimmering waves, not knowing he had hidden water caves. Jinu led her beneath shifting blue light, down to a base that stayed out of sight. He placed her near machines in a room, planning to test new models very soon. Deep connections inside her system sent a steady call. Mira caught it and warned Zoey fast. Both began their run. They moved quickly along the shoreline path, following signs of stream beneath the tide. Every reading grew stronger with time, till the ocean base formed in their tracking map. Oh, they reached for the codes to open gates, scanning signals that linked them to him. Pressed through currents around the secret walls, till they stood close to Rumi in the quiet lab. Through the pressure they kept their focus till she stood in sight. Every movement cleared through the dim glow, brought her back to safety. Rumi stayed calm as screens kept flashing. Jinu prepared a long series of tests. Mira arrived and called out her name. So he shut down the panels near the tanks. Jinu stepped back when systems flickered. Both girls reached in and guided Rumi out. All moved upward as currents softened, leaving the base that almost held her long. No more detours could turn their path back. They refused to slow. As true hunters, they cleared the last route, led her toward the light. They swam upward through widening beams, holding Rumi while ocean lights grew warm. Every ripple pushed gently ahead, till the surface rose bright round their escape. Oh, they crossed from the deep toward open sky, guiding her close as calm waves met their steps. Through the last drift of fading ocean trails, till reached land and safely lay on solid ground. All their footsteps steadied her breathing till the tide fell back. Every moment eased from the log, bringing in peace around them. All walked home with Rumi beside them, held within warm light. Side by side they left behind ocean lines, feeling air grow gentle. Now the journey is closed with clarity. She is safe So we took Rumi to the testing room, saying the crew needed her for light. Rumi swam forward toward the glowing frame, never seeing Jinu waiting in the back. He hit the switch, closing the glass tight doors, panels locked firmly with a silent snap. Rumi pushed hard on every sealed glass wall, trapped inside sound, proving no one could hear. Mira sensed something wrong and the tide noticed Rumi missing from the set. She swam quickly to the backstage line, hearing currents change along the reef. She pushed past the gate, calming tide. Mira kept steady at her wounded side. Zoey stayed frozen where the shadows swam dark, knowing nothing now could pull them back. Rumi fixed makeup in the mirror's glow, called a joy line up on the waiting stage. Mira stepped over with a gentle smile, said she'd adjust Rumi's dress before the show. Rumi turned slowly